I would wish we start in the introduction bit of it. We will then be having remarks.
Good evening. We just need to move very quickly. We are saving time. That's okay. So ninaongea haraka. Nikisema jambo fanya hivyo haraka. Tuokoe nini? Tuokoe muda. Si sawa? Time is not on our side and we cannot wait anybody. Neither you or I. So we have to squeeze ourselves to fit in our time. Sawa? So right now I just need to request that we set our house in order. So yes, happy DG, where you are, DGE, CP Kakamega, that's our chief guest. Please take a seat at the corner, kindly. And I also am asking, those who have fun, please just come close. I believe these tables, all seats being filled. Then it's better than that. So now, do not sit where, that is where you are sitting, you can see an empty seat. Do not give that chance of an empty seat. If you are sitting somewhere and there's an empty seat, you can see it, please take that seat. Take that seat, kindly. This side, kindly, just need to make ourselves to be known. There's a little bit sunny here, so we can squeeze ourselves this side. Make sure that where you are, who are listening
to the natural measures, we can just allow you to be front sitters today. The natural measures,
yes.
Generally, we humbly request you.
Yes. And we have seen
for today's purpose only.
But something has been saying, let's share.
Come in front.
CBE, between. I'm just waiting you. Kindly.
That is very good. I can see you doing it as we already requested you to do. Japo on this side there is changamoto ya jua kidogo.
Nasikia mali unachomeka. Unajua hapo. Lakini usiache kiti ambayo iko mbele na yana. Mambo. Please move forward. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, asante sana. Tumpigie kofi moja. Hiyo si moja, mengi. Hebu panua kidogo. Weka maua. Haya, angusha. Watia, tumeshukuru sana. Now with due respect, ningetaka tusimame tu kidogo. Tusimame kidogo. Tumesimama. Now while standing, uko umejishika hapa katikati, umejishika kiunoni kwa mikono yako yote miwili. Naomba tukaweze kufanya tumianao in CBC, inaitwa CBE, sio CBC, na tumeanza kuandika. Wish kila mmoja wetu awe amesimama. Dada tafadhali. Now while upstanding, nataka tuandike 1 up to 5 na mwili wetu. Haya, tayarishe ndio tuanze. Haya, tunataka kuanza. I want to do nataka kuonyesha vile utaandika kwanza. Sema 1 kama sawa. That's 1. Now when it is 2, you will be utaenda hivyo. Sawa. Then 3 pleasure to welcome the team leader for Meru to introduce the Meru wise men. The team leader for Meru to briefly introduce and give a few remarks for and on behalf of club. Karibu.
Our chief guest for the day, all the district leaders here present, club leaders, and the members of the Wise Dome. Our guests today, I want to say good evening. I am Dr. Esther Babu, the DGE. I come from the Meru Club. I want to say this to the Mutomo Club. Thank you so much for inviting us to such a wonderful, wonderful event. Your love for your community has touched us. Your love for service has touched us. And you know, involving us is such a blessing that we can be part of the blessing that you are to your community. I want to commend the Kakamega Club for being such a wonderful support to their parents. Did you hear that? Yeah. To their parents. Thank you so much. This is the way to go. We really appreciate the learning that we are getting. And as a DGE, I want to say congratulations to the Mutomo Club. This is the way to go. Here you have this. Where is Mr. Kaduri? He called me on one of this week, and he says we need you to come here. And I just decided I am coming. I called my CP and our club secretary, and I said we are going, and a few others who declined, of course, because of other things. They were like, why did they not tell us in good time? I said, I don't know why, but I think we need to go to support them. And they said, here we are, and I would like to introduce my CP. So congratulations, Mutomo Club.
Wow. Thank you.
As a district, when I get in power, hallelujah,
Amen.
When you finally give me the honors to become the DG,
yes,
I would like us to choose to grow our numbers, to choose to invite people. Kindly allow me to appreciate CP Kakamega for the wonderful work that you're doing of training people. I happened to attend the training last Thursday, and I brought in a member who is expected to join us at the Meru Club. I want to encourage all of us. One club ikifanya kazi nzuri, kama kuna vile tunaweza kuingiana nao and invite people to their training, because I requested, can I bring in some people to come and train with you? He said, go ahead, let's have. And I believe we are going to have more people with understanding of what our movement is all about through training. So I want to commend those who joined us today as visitors to the organization or to the movement. I at least noted my brother here, and I want to say congratulations, you are in the right place. I am sure you will love being in this movement. So kindly let us support the Kakamega team by inviting people, because you only need that, what is it called, the link. We only need the link. And then people on Thursday at 8 to 9, just 1 hour, and I like the way you keep your time. Just 1 hour, and people have all the information, and they can make up their minds to do what? To join the club with full knowledge. So thank you so much. My CP, Mr. Mwenda, kindly stand up. I don't know whether we have all the time for him to say a hi, or can he just wave? That is Mwenda, the shadow of our CP. Mwenda is a lecturer at Meru University of Science and Technology. Irene Kiremi, or Kanana, that's our club secretary. Can we give a clap? Thank you so much. Irene teaches at the Meru Teachers Training College. The others were not able to join us because of course, the short notice, but I believe Kakamega Tuaja, my friend. Kakamega, we are coming. Tunakuja, si tunaenda Kakamega kwa
kabisa.
Yeah, we are coming. Kakamega, and any other team that organizes something, we will be there to support you, and God bless you.
Wow. Makofi. Hebu panua kidogo. Mwekee maua, kachumbari kidogo, pilipili hoho, pilipili manga, ngusha. Patie. Asante sana. Tumeshukuru sana. Nairobi City. Kuja mbele tafadhali. Na watu wa Nairobi wanaweza kuja, watu wa Nairobi City for introduction ya haraka ukinena moja mbili.
Napenda kuwasalimu.
Hatujambo.
Mengi siku ya bora. We want to appreciate our time and the invite to this place. Actually, it's on Wednesday that we got a call. I want to appreciate the members that have come. So you're not box man. Actually, I wanted just to come and say
Wanaweza kuja mbele tafadhali. Nairobi ni watu wanajua kwenda kwa miguu.
So we are Nairobi City. This is
Nairobi City.
Yes.
City.
Why is that?
Nairobi City. All right.
So as they introduce themselves, I want to
Nairobi City. Apigie makofi ya Nairobi City. Right, thank you so much.
Yes. So I want
Kapatia hii.
I want them to introduce us, and before that, we are the new club in Nairobi, and these members are new. In fact, we are under training, most of us.
All right.
But anytime there is a call, they respond, both local and international.
Wonderful.
So I greatly want to appreciate on behalf of our leader, that is Sikh Islam.
Exactly.
Do not come because of that.
You're right.
Now, but once you have position.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
My name is Akram Milori. I'm now 1 month old. I'm just a wise man member.
Right. Thank you. Makofi ya Milori. Asante kazi.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Phoebe Mwendepati.
Yeah.
I'm a wise member.
All right. Thank you. Makofi ya Pili.
Hello.
Yes.
I'm Milka Sharia.
Yeah.
I'm a month old.
Yes.
And I'm learning it so far.
Wow. Makofi.
Hi everyone.
Yes.
I am Naomi Mongeri.
Yeah.
Simon.
Wow.
I am.
Wow. Unarudia tena. Wow. Yes.
The gospel of wise men have been sweet for over 2 years,
Yes.
and today is the day that the Lord has made.
Yes.
And I've been here, I see for myself, I'm here,
Yeah.
and then I like this time.
Wow.
And I think the conviction is so high.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Asante. All right.
This is very serious. She
Yeah.
said that she wants to join. She has decided to join the Kakamega group. I don't know how, but she just expressed a desire. No. So we are going to. So to our sponsors, the Kakamega Club, who are doing a great work, we want to appreciate their contribution to us.
Yes. All right.
And so I wanted to say that our CP sent his greetings, and we had a meeting on Wednesday, and they said that we come and you will receive the warm greetings. Tuko pamoja zote na utaendelea kusoma pamoja. Asanteni sana.
Wow. Weka tena panua kidogo. Panua ile kubwa. Wamekuja na alafu kuna mmoja anataka kwenda Kakamega.
Nilisema naitwa Simon Mutua. Na mimi ndio
Katibu Simon Mutoa. Haya, panua makofi, panua mikono. Haya, weka maua kidogo, angusha ya Nairobi City. Asante Kitui Wiseman. Kitui tafadhali kwa haraka Kitui. Haya, karibu. Haya. Kitui ndio hao. In the podium is Kitui. Tusonge kwa wengi kidogo ili picha ingie vizuri.
My name is Cecilia Mona, the club president, the White Service Club of Kitui.
Yes.
I am also the district treasurer. The chief guest, CP Ongoya, IPDG Morris, DGE, Dr. Esther Babu, and PDG John, and my fellow wise men.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I am here with my members. I am glad we could come. I would have preferred if many of us were able to come. Nonetheless,
Yeah.
I am very proud of what Mutomo has done, the growth they have achieved. 10 months, they have done a tremendous job. Keep doing what you are doing, keep learning, keep developing, keep improving.
Wow.
You are, as your parents, Kitui, we are extremely proud of you. If you need our support, we will be there, but keep doing what you are doing. It is good, we see you, and we are proud. So, my members, due to time, just say your name.
Protocol observed. Good evening. My name is PCP Juliet Kidmata. My apologies for coming late. I had other commitments. When I finished, I said I had to come. Mutomo, when Mutomo was chartered, I was the president of the club.
Wow.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Joanne Martin. I am a past district governor and a member of the White Service Club of Kitui. We're so proud of you, Mutomo. Keep growing. We will keep supporting you. Thank you.
Wow, thank you.
IPCP.
Thank
Good evening once again.
Good evening.
CP Musa Mwezi. Thank you very much, Mutomo, for leading such a good job. So wonderful.
Good evening, everyone. First Club President, Kitui, naitwa Jennifer Kimuli, also serving currently as the Regional Secretary.
Hello, my name is Francisca Mombuti. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Grace Mula, Kitui Wise
Wonderful. Tayarisha mikono vizuri. Tayarisha mikono. Just warm up your hands first. And especially watu wa Mutomo. Unajua vile umesifiwa? At one time ukaona Trezo yule alikuwa sisi tukiwa. Panua kidogo, weka maua, kachumbari, pilipili hoho, piga angusha, wapatie. Asante sana. It's time for now we want to go to tumekuwa kidogo na Meru. I think Meru are not fair. You can't come forward. Meru wale wawili kusema tu jambo. Tumeamua kuna unasema kwamba wengi wape kuja mseme tu jambo. We want to hear your voice. Kidogo the two members of Meru kindly kuja tu. Kujeni tu. It is our day today. Unajua Meru ni mbali. Meru ni mbali kidogo. Na kuna kaende kabati. Haya bwana.
My name is Mutomo. Mutomo, congrats. We are challenged by what you're doing. In Meru, you're trying. I don't want to say much. Yes, I contradict my PCP. And there's Meishia.
Asante sana. Tunashukuru sana kufahamu you mwadiki tafadhali.
Protocols observed. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kirimi, the CS of Meru Club. We got this invitation on Thursday evening,
Yeah.
9 p.m. We made a hurried arrangements to come.
Yes.
Mutomo, you've not disappointed us. God bless everyone.
Thank you, thank you. Na huyo ni mwalimu wa walimu. Tafadhali, we have in the house wise youth from Kitui. Come forward. Haraka haraka, wise youth from Kitui. Come forward. These are wise youth from Kitui. Who is the leader in this particular delegation? Or your own leaders? Unajua kuna wengine wanasema they are rudderless and they are leaders. All right, karibu.
Hi everyone.
Hi to you.
My name is Maureen Abigail and I'm the club president.
Oh.
Hi everyone.
Yeah, everyone.
My name is Alice Pantunda and I'm the club maintenance secretary to Western.
Wow.
God is good.
All the time?
And all the time.
God is good.
Basically, Naomi Mwaka, a potential wise man.
Wonderful. Haya, makofi, makofi, makofi. Hivi ni tumesema kama kidogo waamkishie moja, wapatie. Asante, asante. Bado tunaendelea. We want now to go to come to Mutomo. Now Mutomo, where are you? Mutomo. Eh? Nitakuja huko. Nitakuja hizi introduction inakuja huko. Mutomo, kuja Mutomo haraka. Mutomo wise men, tafadhali haraka haraka. Sasa tusonge kidogo Mutomo, tufike mbele. Sijui kama picha itatoka vizuri. Haya.
How are you? Hello.
Hello.
Tuko sawa?
Kabisa.
Tumeshiba.
Kabisa.
Haya, sawa. Now, my name is Gideon Kaduri, club president of Mutomo. So I just need to introduce my members very quickly. Time is not on our side. So it is good at least we share a minute with the club. So everyone will just his or her name and few remarks.
Thank you. My name is IDCB Nyamai. Very good.
Hey everyone.
Hi.
I'm Joseph, club fundraiser.
I'm Carol, retention officer. Maureen, historian.
James Samuel, CPA.
Mercedes Mercy, extension.
Kenneth Keminza, Director Community Service. And because was a purely community service event, I want to take this opportunity and say thank you. And many thanks to Kakamega. Kakamega, we shall come. Thank you.
Good evening. Elvis Mutuko, the newborn.
Good evening. Celestine Musyoka, the CG.
How are you? Felix Kichuli is my name. Club Secretary. It's been a wonderful moment with you. God bless you.
Uko sawa. Masai Joshua, ninakuwa brotherhood fans. Mambo haya si boyfriend. Thank you.
Susan Ham.
Shalom. My name is Ben Joseph, newborn.
Habari za jioni. I'm David Munyawa, wise man Mutomo. Alright. That is Mutomo. Na Mutomo tuwapatie tupanue kidogo, tuweke maua. Kashambani wametukaribisha vizuri, tumekula, tumeshiba. Wapigie, wakushie, wapatie. Asante sana Mutomo. Right now I want to go to Kakamega tafadhali. Kakamega, wamesafiri kutoka mbali, na as they come forward, kipaza sauti hiki itampa the club secretary ambaye anakuja kabla wangu hapa. This mic, right, that is the Kakamega in front.
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
My name is Omoro. I'm the club secretary, Kakamega First Club. Let me take this opportunity to thank Mutomo for having invited us to this event today. I think at the time when we were being chartered in June last year, maybe I got the wrong impression, but Mutomo was not very active. Did I get the wrong impression? And I think they must have taken part in some of our activities, and the numbers that are being mentioned in terms of membership, I don't think they were even more than 10. So it's nice for us to be here today, and we're seeing a very huge number here. It shows that the club is growing. I also want to thank, of course, Itui Service Club, our parent club, for the journey that we've had together so far, and we'll continue working together. I want to thank the Meru Service Club, Nairobi Metro, then the wife is also in attendance today. Yes. Okay, Nairobi City. Thank you. You'll allow me to let my colleagues introduce themselves.
Jambo. My name is Robert Kwendo. I am the wise guy of the Wise Service Club of Kakamega. I just have to say, Mutomo, you have hosted us well, and tumefurahi sana. Asante sana.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Janet Toledo. I'm also a wise Kakamega wise woman. I'm a wise man, of course. Yes, I am a member. Thank you, Mutomo, for having us.
Wonderful, asante.
Jambo yote. My name is Felix, a wise man from Kakamega.
Wow.
Mutomo, asanteni sana. We shall walk this journey together.
Asante.
Thank you.
Karibu.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Susie. How many of us have been to Kakamega? Let's show of hands. Wow. We are happy to hear that, and we expect all of you to be in Kakamega when we are hosting the transition. How many of us, by show of hands, can confirm how much love Kakamega expressed to you when you came? The love that we poured out to you when you were in Kakamega. Okay, fine. Apart from those that have visited and have experienced the love, how many of you have met people from Kakamega Club and have still expressed the love to you? Now, the people of Kakamega have standing with all that love to great Mutomo for caring here on and if you give me you as also deliver. Thank you very much.
Good evening. My name is Ongoya. I serve as the Charter Club President of the Wise Service Club of Kakamega. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Back to you.
Oh, thank you Kakamega. Haya, panua mikono. Vizuri. Wewe sasa, we have been taught upende mwenzio kama unavyojipenda mwenyewe. Sivyo? Wewe unafikiri ukipanua huko vile umefanua kweli yatosha Kakamega? Hebu panua tena, ongeza. Haya, weka maua. Pande mmoja, upande wa pili maua, kachumbari kidogo, pilipili hoho, pilipili manga, angusha. Kakamega uye. Pateni, hiyo ni yenu. It is now my singular pleasure to invite the Nairobi.
Ladies and gentlemen, friends, I want to greet you once again this evening. Hamjambo. It goes without saying that the largest attendance today is from the Nairobi Wise Men's Club.
Well, makofi ya Nairobi.
You may not see it, and if you cannot see this big attendance from Nairobi, I will do what a certain servant of the Lord did in the Bible. I pray that the Lord may open your eyes. Greetings from those in Nairobi who would have loved to come. I think they didn't get the notice. We didn't think it was going to be this big. And Mutomo, I just want to say that you have exceeded our expectations. I think wow. You've been around for quite some time, but you have woken up since we went to Kakamega, and we held you accountable, and you promised that you were going to be doing something. And I just want to thank all the members of Mutomo. You are giving Wisdom a good name in the southern part of this country. I urge you to continue that way, to be stronger, to grow your numbers, and to do what you have now started doing. You know, a while ago we came here, and we had a huge project, community service project across there. A very innovative project. And now we are here again, and we even have these things. My club, Nairobi, has been around since 1969. Can we all say 1969? That is 1969. Pretty a lot of time. But we've never hosted something like this. What Mutomo has done today. We've not even invited Ongoya to come as a chief guest. Although I invited him in 2017 to speak to us. You know, it was not 2017, it was 2016. It was 2016, yes. And so congratulations, Kazuri. You've done very well. The members of Mutomo, you've done very well. You are almost going beyond what Kitui has done. And we like it that way, please. Congratulations.
Wow. Sasa makofi. Hebu tayarisha makofi ya wale wamekuja wengi sana. Hebu panua kidogo, panua. Haya, weka maua, angusha, wapatie Nairobi. Asante sana. We have guests, those we have not introduced. Kindly, kama have not introduced you, come forward. You are our beloved guest, and we want to see you here. Kuja kila mmoja wetu, kuja, come forward, just to say your name. As a guest, come forward. Tujie makofi these are our esteemed guests ambao tumewaita Mutomo, and they are here with us this evening. Tunasonga hivi kidogo, tusonge hivi. Guests ambao wamekuja, songa kidogo hivi. These are our guests. Should just say your name. We appreciate you coming, finding time to be with us here. Pleasure to see Pastor in our ministry. Right. Let us start from here. Just say your name.
Habari zenu. Naitwa Reverend Kana Muzika, IBC.
Asante. Now you've been told that you're very special. You've done what we needed to do today, and you will be introducing yourself later. So wacha niwapite kidogo. Tuendelee.
I'm Jocelyn Monica Mutomo. Yes.
Yes, you're so silent. You don't say when you're first thing. Thank you, we appreciate you.
Apollo Bogo, yes.
Yes. Wow.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello everyone.
Yes.
I'm David Chalo. Mimi niko mgeni, hata sijui nilikuwa niko nini, lakini leo nimebatizwa. Nimejoin Mutomo. Celestine amekuwa akinialika, tunafanya kazi na yeye na amekuwa akinialika, na nikamwambia nitakuja kuona. Nimeona ni kitu kubwa sana. Na mimi ni gireni. Nitakuja na jeshi.
Asante. Makofi kwa hiyo kazi.
Hello. I'm John Mutomo.
guest.
Asante sana.
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
My name is Joseph Musa. I come from this region.
Yeah.
And I've been working with Catholic for long, but he has never told me anything. I've got the singing on now.
Now he's here to dance, yeah?
Hello everyone.
Yeah.
My name is Prince Baraka. I believe I'm no longer a guest. I was invited by a friend. I'm very happy to be seated among wise men and women. I'm very happy to see my mentor and legal luminary, Wanongoya. I believe from today, henceforth, I'll be a member. Not to believe, I'm actually going to be a member. And
wow!
Just one more thing. Among us, there's not so many youth. So, I'll start that campaign to bring in more youth. Thank you so much.
Wow. And this young man here, this is my son. He's an upcoming lawyer. Wanongoya. This one is an upcoming lawyer. He's in law school. Karibu.
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
My name is Makato Ben Rogers. I'm a guest and I'm ready to join Mutomo.
Wow. Karibu Makato. All right, thank you so much. We are through with the introduction bit of it, and we want to go to the next level on the sensitization program. Wow! You see, these are very special guests. Wasimame tu hapa hivi wajiintroduce vizuri. You know, due to the climatic nature that is happening right now, and there are so many issues that are happening in the country and globally, these people are of great help to us because they are improving the ecosystem through encouraging us to plant trees. And they took their time, joined us as very special guests to help us realize, and be part of the game changers in these times. So karibuni.
Chief guest and all protocol of that. Habari ya jioni. Yeah, my name is Lilian Yam. Mimi ni assistant forester Mutomo. Tuko na ofisi tu hapa jirani. Najua wengi hawanijui, mimi huku ni mgeni, but si mgeni sana. Nilikuja last year. Na nimefurahi sana kwa ajili ya huu mwaliko nimetualika, na nimefurahi juu hii group imetambua upanzi wa miti. Hello. Yeah, unajua miti saizi is everything. So unaona tumekaa kwa kivuli hapa. Yeah, hatungekuwa na hii miti leo, jua ingetuchoma. Hatungeweza kupilia hapa ndani, joto ni mingi, si ndio? Lakini tuko na kivuli. So unaona umuhimu wa miti inajieleza tu yenyewe. So mimi ningewahimiza kuzidi kupanda miti. Wale watu wa Mutomo tuko na projects zenye zinahitaji farmers. Kwa hivyo naomba mtu join ili tuweze kufanya hii Mutomo ikuwe place mzuri, si ndio? Yeah, kuna sehemu nyingine tukitembea hapa Ukambani tunapata ziko cool sana. Na ni kwa sababu watu wamejihimiza kupanda miti. So ningewahimiza sisi wote wenye tuko hapa, kwa sababu hii ni government agenda, tujikaze tu tufanye. Sawa sawa. So nimetembea na my colleagues hapa, acha wajitambulishe majina yao, alafu tunashukuru kwa hiyo.
Good evening. I'm Mutomo, Kenya Forest Service Officer.
Good evening. I'm Edwin Ngeti. I am a forest ranger, Mutomo Forest Station. Thank you.
So tumeshukuru, na maybe kwa sababu ya kazi hatujamalizana na kazi za ofisi, tunaweza tuka katikati. So tunaomba msamaha, tutaweza kufika mwisho.
Asante. Tunapigia makofi tofauti. Kuna makofi yalikuwa hello instructions zangu, sio? Kuna makofi yalikuwa zamani kidogo mpaka 1987. Yalikuwa yanapigwa 1 2 3, alafu unamalizia chini hivi. Sawa. Sasa tumalize kipindi cha introduction. Naomba tupige kila mtu sawa. Tutapiga 1, 2, 3, twende chini tukweke 1, 2, 3, alafu tupige 1 ya kumalizia. Utakuwa hata wewe mwenyewe umejipigia. Haya, watu go. Oh, wonderful. You wanted to continue. Thank you so much. Now it is my singular pleasure to introduce none other than PDG John Mati. John Mati, who will now help in ushering in the next speaker for the day. Karibu.
Yes, thank you. I think without naming what. Sorry about that. I think we will now proceed straight to our program, and I would like to welcome our next facilitator. And this facilitator will take us through the sensitization program for what basically Wiseman is about. And I would like to welcome PCP Jennifer Kimuli. PCP Jennifer Kimuli is the LTOD. LTOD is the person in charge of training in a club, or Kitui Club. She's also the regional secretary within the movement, and she's also the service director in Kenya District for membership, retention, and extension. Thank you. Karibu sana Jennifer. This is your moment. I think Jennifer will have about 20 minutes or so.
I told these people, I don't need those kind of introductions of Papa. I was just wondering what did he say, but how are you? I believe that since morning up to now, you've actually been learning a lot just by being here. Arriving in Mutomo, taking part in the breakfast, moving all around, going to the community service or excursion, and all those things, and just being here, you have been learning. So whatever they have said is called sensitization, will just be a very brief refresher for those who have been there, and just an introduction for those who have actually pledged that they no longer want to be guests. Now they want to be members, whether of Mutomo or whichever other club. So it's a session for all of us, but the new members or members to be are urged to pay a little more attention, just so that when you take that step, you know something about where you're heading. You don't just go and then you're like, they never told us about this. So I would like you to pay attention. I'll just give a very brief overview of what the movement is about, so that when you proceed, you will have something at the back of your mind guiding you on what you're supposed to do. So far, we know that this is a wise men function. We know that these are wise men, at least majority of those who are in the room. But what is all this about wise men? You know, it's an organization, and officially it is called Wise Men International. YMI. Somebody somewhere in the market today, when I went to buy something from the shop, asked me what this Y is all about. So, wherever you will be, when you're a wise man, whether attending a function or wise man or just being out there, you might as well just wear these branded things and tell the world about wisdom. So someone asked me and I just had to say something to her. So it means a lot to even have this. So Wise Men International, YMI. I think our IPDG, immediate past district governor, mentioned something about like an introduction of what wisdom is all about when we were at KMTC. So I think he has already done some introduction about wise men, and he even went ahead to tell us what our motto is and what that motto means. So we already know this is a movement that has a mission and a motto, and a guiding motto for that. So we already know that our motto is what? For those who have ever been in this class, our motto is, should I pick or someone will? I pick. I pick. Dr. Mwinzi, CCPE Kitui, what is our motto?
Just check the password there. That password.
Password.
Just check there the other side.
There's a password for? You got me.
I almost got it. But I think because when I was mistaken, is LPDG Joan as the vote on the back. So I wanted everybody.
Yes, our motto.
Yeah. But they got to put it in the right words. Will you punish me?
Okay, go ahead. I just want us to refresh what we know.
You know when you ask something, like the name of this person, and you know this person very well, and then the name evaporates. Yes, now that's a clear. Turn around, look what is on the wing there on the wall. Then turn it to somewhere.
To acknowledge the duty that accompanies every right. To acknowledge the duty that accompanies every right. That is the motto of this organization. And you are at the right place, also at the right time of your life, to be able to join us in doing what we do. So, what is this about why? Wise men. And that why comes from the affiliation to YMCA. I think that was also introduced. So now we know that there is YMCA, if you didn't know. And the full for YMCA is Young Men's Christian Association. And the reason why we are wise men is because we are men of the why. That is what the founder had in mind. So the men of the why are actually people or a team or an organization that was established to serve the YMCA, to support the YMCA, to be the service wing of the YMCA, and to champion the objectives of the YMCA to ensure that they are accomplished in the community. So what we do as Wise Men International is to identify what needs to be done to support the YMCAs around us, if there is one around you. So anything that you can do to support and to improve the YMCA next to you is what Wise Men will do. And even without YMCAs next to us, we still have so many other missions that we are involved in. So this movement was established in the year 1922 by a judge by the name Kigombe. By the name, okay, volunteer. By the name, thank you. Paul William Alexander. Paul William Alexander was a judge. He was a member of the YMCA, and in 1922, in Toledo, he decided that they needed to do more, much more than they were doing. So, we will not go so much into that because I've already said that the reason why it was established was to support the YMCA in its objectives and mission. So, the word YMCA has the letter C in its abbreviations. Letter C stands for what in YMCA? Miss Mwada? Christian, thank you. Young Men's Christian Association. And that part for Christian is what gives us our grounding, where we are a movement that is founded on the teachings of Christ. While we were at KMTC, Mr. Kimuli also introduced us to that aspect of why the Christian, the legacy story. And we are founded on the teachings of Jesus Christ. It guides us in everything that we do. As Mr. Kimuli had elaborated, we do not segregate, we do not bar anyone from joining. You join, and then you follow what you find there, and which is you follow what the movement is doing as guided by the teachings of Jesus Christ. So, everyone is welcome, and it is encouraged that you join even as families. It is even better when you come with a family. Sai tumeambiwa hapa kuna Mr. Simon Mutua na leo Mrs. Simon Mutua ameamua anajoin. Mimi niko hapa na my husband. Maimbu is also accompanied today. So make sure that all those spouses join and become members. And also your children. Mr. MC was here introducing his son, and the son has accepted to join as a wise youth, and I believe they will now establish a wise youth chapter for the Mutomo club. So that is how it happens. We had a wiseling in this meeting. Kuna msichana mdogo mahali alipatia chief guest maua. Where is she? Ameenda home. Is she oh, nice. That's exactly what we need. Kuja na ua wote. Husbands, wives, children, brothers, sisters, and everyone else. And you will have a time of your life. Now, the structure of Wise Men International, just like any other organization, they have structures with leadership structure also from down all the way up. And the first or the basic or the lowest on the ground is a club. We've been introduced to many clubs right now. Mutomo Club, Kitui Club, Nairobi Club, Nairobi City, Kakamega, Meru, and so on and so forth. And there are so many others. So those are clubs. Those are the basic units. That is the basic unit of the movement. It starts from the club. So wherever you are in a club. You're a member of a club. These clubs within Kenya, they form a district. And so we have Kenya district being a group of many clubs, individual clubs from different parts of the country. They form a district. So we have District Kenya, we have District Uganda, we have Tanzania, and so many other, depending on where the clubs are. These districts come together and form a region. For example, where we are now in Kenya district, we are part of Africa Southeast region. Africa Southeast region is just the way you can imagine in your mind, you know the map of Africa, the way it looks. So the southern part, the eastern southern part is where we are, that is a region. Then the northwest is another region. So Africa has two regions. Those two regions, Africa Northwest and Africa Southeast, they form Africa area. Africa area is just one of the several areas that we have in Wisdom. By the way, Wise Men International, unaita tu Wisdom. That is the easiest and fastest way of identifying yourself. Just say Wisdom. And so we have many areas, including Africa, and then those areas come together. They are in several parts of the world, and they come to meet at the top as the international. So when we are there, we also have leaders at every level. So the leader of the international, the overall of the entire movement, is called an international president. International president could come from any area. So you might one day be our IP, international president. The areas are led by area presidents for the areas. The regions are led by regional directors. Districts are led by district governors. You can see a number with those titles. In front of us, we have PD. And those are the people who have led the district. There is a sitting DG, district governor, for Kenya, and that is who? Who is our district governor? Let me see. No. Susie, who is our district governor?
We are not blue, our
Yeah. Okay, she has answered. It's who? Nicholas Wambua. That is our sitting district governor. The immediate past, who was before Nicholas, is walking out. I hope it's not in protest. Then the incoming, called the district governor-elect, is right in front here, Dr. Mbabu. The one who came before Morris is now PDG, past district governor. We have Joan here. And so that is how it goes. When we come to the club, we have club presidents as the head of the club. We have presidents, so we have one for Mutomo, that is CP Kaduri. We have one for Kitui, CP Cecilia. We have one for every other club, including our guest club from Kakamega, CP Ongoya. So those are the leaders of the club. So these initials, umesikia watu wakisema hapa DG, CP, sijui vitu gani, let them not scare you. We were once there, all of us, tunapitianga hapo. So unajichanganya kidogo, then one day you get it right. But the basic ones, which you will hear most because you're in various clubs, is the club president, anaitwa CP in short. Na Celestine, na the incoming CP anaitwa nani? Yule mwenye ataingia after Kaduri anapewa which title? CPE. Thank you, Celestine. CPE. That is club president elect. The one who was there before Kaduri. I'm using Kaduri because they are the host. So the one who was there before. Okay. IPCP. Thank you so much. I think Mutomo wako sawa. Tuachana na wao tuende kwa club nyingine. The one who was before IPCP in whichever club, whether it is this one or the guests. Nairobi City wako wapi? Nairobi City. Okay, this one is Nairobi City. Oh, my bypassing him. So the one who was before the IPCP, ataitwa nani? PCP, meaning what? Past club president. So you can have like 6 of them already, or 5 of them in a certain club who are PCPs, like me. I'm PCP. I was once a club president for Kitui. And we have PCP Juliet, she was also our club president. Even PDG Joan was our charter president. Who else has been our? We have Kidome, is IPCP. We have a CPE. So, these are CP and CPE, they are just as easy as that. So, if you go to the district, the same pattern applies. District governor is the city governor. The one who came before the district governor is, we are learning together for the sake of those who have decided they want to join the movement. Before the DG, immediate past. Immediate past who? District governor. The one after the DG? DGE. District governor? Elect. Thank you very much. So, and then those who have served now earlier than IPDG are all PDG. So, and so PDG, all those who have served as DG, district governor. Going to the region, same thing. Going to the area, same thing. And even to the international. So they all replicate each other. And just to mention is that these clubs are the ones that are members of the organization. It is the club that is a member to the organization. You, yes, we are members, you and I are members, but ideally, who is the member of the movement? It is the club. So for as long as you are there, then the club is there. And that club is the member of the international, of the movement. So, just to move a bit faster, this movement has a number of things that it expects from you as a member. And even for those who are incoming, those who are intending to join us, the movement expects just a few things from you. And those we call them 4Ts. 4Ts, and I will tell you what they are. And I like the students that are just right in front of me. Wanachukua notes vizuri sana. The first T, not in order of priority or anything, just randomly. First T is time. The other T is talent. The other T is treasure. And the other one is tolerance. Time, like, leo uliamua utakuwa Mutomo. You've given your time. Wengine wametoka Kakamega, wengine wametoka Kitui, wengine wametoka Nairobi. From wherever you came, even those who are in Mutomo, they separated this day and said, hii Saturday ni a movement. Sinisawa. That's why we've been here since morning. No one is going anywhere. Because we have chosen to give this time to the movement today. For everything that we are going to do until tumalizane saa sita ya usiku. You are here. So you've given your time. Every other time you go out there to do something for the movement, for your club, you're giving your time. You're setting apart your time. You're sacrificing your time. Out of the many things that you do on a day-to-day basis or whenever, or weekends. This other weekend, you will do your own things. The other one, you say no. This one is for the club activity. So that way, you are giving your time. You're giving your time when you attend meetings, club meetings. You know, when you meet as a club, when you go out there for a community service, you're giving your time. So the movement calls you to sacrifice your time. Ni kujipanga tu. It's not like everyone has all the time, every time. But whenever it is possible, sacrifice that time for the sake of the movement and its activities. The second T is talent. You come with your talents. Just the way you get saved, become a follower of Jesus, for example, and you go there with your talent of singing, your talent of teaching, your talent of this and the other, to do service to your God. So, in the same way, the movement expects you to come also with your talents. Those same talents that you use them elsewhere for whatever other purpose, we need them here. If you're a good person in organizing things, we need it here. If you know how to take care of funds and manage funds, we need you here. If you know how to manage activities or affairs, we need you here. If you know how to speak, how to motivate people, how to encourage people, we need you here. If you know how to sing, kuja na hiyo wimbo. If anything, whichever talent that God has given you, make use of it in the movement for the benefit of the people that you serve. So we need you with your talents. We need your treasure too. Treasure, kuna pesa. Treasure, kuna so many other ways of expressing treasure. But all in all, whichever service or activity that you offer to the community, if it requires some funding, get whatever little that you have. The other person brings theirs. We all join together. And what comes out of it, a very successful community service project or whatever. We just came from KMTC. Tulifanya nini? A fundraiser. Like so very quickly, we were beyond 100K. Like how? Because we all determined that I'm going to be part of this. With my 50 bob, with my 100 bob, with my 1,000, with 5,000, with whatever that God enables you to give, you have supported. And someone somewhere is going to benefit. And one day, they will give a testimony. Kuna watu wanaitwa wise men walikuja KMTC one day. If it were not for them, I would not have finished my training. But I finished because of their support. Isn't that gratifying? Don't you think it's a good thing? Because we don't call you to be the only sponsor of a project. No. We want to do it together. Kila mtu na kidogo yake, as much as God has blessed you. So, come with your treasure so that you can be of benefit to the movement that you want to join, and including those who are already there. Tolerance is just about, it's just that tolerance. Tolerating each other is one thing that, as a human being, you may have to learn at some point in time. You may have come from a background where you don't have conflict. And then you arrive here and you're like, "Ay, how do this so and so is always like this. No, you know, we all come from different, we all have different personalities, if I may say. We all have different ways of doing things. We have slow learners and fast learners, na wale wanashika na wale hawashiki, na wale hawezi nyamaza na wale wananyamaza sana. You know, so all of those people have been put together, for example, in a club, and they have to work together to make it work, to be relevant to the community. So what will happen? We will have to learn to tolerate and to be able to work together. We have a purpose that we need to fulfill, and that is why, no matter what, if there is a way we can be able to make peace and be able to work together, then we will have to strive for it, because everyone is important. Oh, it's only one minute. Okay. So everyone, what's the time? Okay. So at some point, we may have to kusongeana kidogo so that we can accommodate each other to be able to work together. Now, I've really been trying to be brief. So, as a member, you will be expected, as I have said, to attend meetings. So ensure that you will always make time for those meetings. The meetings can be made as short as possible, as brief as possible, as exciting as possible, so that members can also enjoy being in meetings. It's very important. And those meetings are not just club meetings. Even in the district, we have meetings. In the region, we have meetings. And wherever, all the way up to international conventions, make time, at least once in a while, to go out there and meet other people from other countries. Watu wenye kala nyingine, ya skin, different lugha, chakula tofauti, nini. You have to make time for that, so that we can feel your presence as a member and your commitment as a member. Support club activities as a member. Usifike tu na wewe kazi yako tu ni kuangaliana. Following. No, we don't follow. We come and we work. We work together. We support one another in order to achieve our goals. So support club activities as much as you're able to. Use your talents, as I've already said. Pay your dues. We pay subscription as members, just like in any other maybe organization you are a member of. Kuna people pay subscription. Wengine wako kwa chama tofauti kubwa na ndogo. Na huko kote tunalipa nini? We pay subscription, don't we? Yeah, hata za vyama mazishi pia tunalipa huko. 50 bob per month, 100 bob per month, kwa hizi za vile. Those kind of things. In the movement, you're also expected to do that. To be a member, you have to pay your subscription. So be ready, even as the newcomers, to always take that responsibility to ensure that you remain a member by paying the subscription. Almost done. And I hope we are together. So the movement has pillars. What makes it tick? what will you find when you come in to Wisdom? First thing, as a pillar, to ensure that the movement exists, continues to exist, and continues to be relevant, you have to be compliant. As a member, you have to be compliant. By compliance, I mean paying of those dues, the subscription that you're expected to pay, which is paid only yearly, once a year. Then you're compliant. Then you'll pay the next year. So, for the movement to continue to be the movement that it is, you have to be compliant as an individual member and pay your dues without fail every year, as I've said. So ensure that you will be ready to always do that. The second one is fellowship. Once you join and you are a part of a club, for those who are joining, who intend to join Mutomo, once you arrive there, the first thing that they will do is to ensure that you are made comfortable, feel part of the fellowship, be a friend, be a family. They will make you feel comfortable and settle in. So when you come for fellowships like this, we've bonded, we've interacted, we've made new friends. You've seen people whom you've just been hearing of. You've made friends from other clubs, other tribes, other, all those things. When you are part of such, you build the fellowship, you build the friendships, you get to settle and make friends. So once you have done that, and you're now a family, this club is now a family, whether they are 10, 15, 20, wherever they are. If they are not together, they cannot work together. So before you even start reaching out, then you have to be able to agree to be a family first, to make your fellowship strong, so that when you now venture out, they will see you as one. You're able to agree, you're able to, to resolve issues together. So after compliance, you will build your fellowship as a club. Once you are done building fellowship, we have interacted, you know each other so well, you're becoming a family and you're a unit. Then you venture out and build relevance outside of the club. So anything else that is outside the club is now your community. So reach out to the community and find where your help is required. And you can help in so many ways and in many different levels. And even just the fact that we went to KMTC, for example, to speak to and encourage the students, that is already community service, by the way. No one said community service is supposed to be 1 million shillings, or 100,000, or even 50. It can even be just 0 shillings. And you have done your community service. Like without that part of fundraising for the needy students at KMTC, even if we had stopped at Mr. Ongoya's encouragement speech to them, that was already community service tick. It was already done. You have reached out and you have made a difference in someone's life. So it doesn't have to cost, and then it doesn't have to cost too much, and then it is just at your pace, the way you are able to. You don't reach out to too much that you cannot accomplish, but reach out just according to the strength of the club and in various ways, so that members will not always feel like every time community service is mentioned the pesa. Ukisikia community service ni pesa. No, it doesn't have to be like that. You can find so that one time it's ni pesa, one time hata si pesa inahitajika. We have seen in various clubs, even Kakamega, Wise Youth, for example, they've gone out there to just collect rubbish around the marketplace. They didn't remove a shilling, they just went with their hands. Wameenda tu na mikono na time, na wakaenda kusafisha market. So it can be as simple as that. It doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. So be ready to serve at whichever level and capacity that God enables you. And that way we will impact the community. So just to say to the people who are new in the movement, and to still remind those who are in the movement already, that the benefits that we get from being members of wisdom or being wise men are not necessarily tangible. Hautasikia siku moja ati hii movement kuna pesa fulani watu wanapatanga. You don't get those things. You know, hakunaga kitu kama hiyo, at least not in wisdom since I joined. But you know, there are so many good things that happen when you are inside. Like today, as I have said, you have made a new friend. You have interacted with someone from Kakamega, ukiwa hapa Ukambani. You know, you've built fellowship with one another. You've gotten to know someone better that you didn't know. And you have just had a good time. You know, that already is a plus. It is not the same as if you had sat in your house on a Saturday and sat in front of a TV and watched TV the whole day. But the fact that you came here has made a difference. Because mimi nimekujua wewe, umenijua, tumekula pamoja, tukacheka pamoja, tukaslash nyasi pamoja, you know, it is a plus, the fellowship, the friendship, and also becoming a family. As you live here, when everyone has gone back to their homes and wherever they came from, you still be thinking about, you know, Susie from Kakamega, Sipi Ongoya, you know, what he told you, the fun and the fellowship that you had, you sat together. So you're beginning to expand your family in the wisdom family, in the wisdom movement. So you build your family even bigger. So apart from your family, you have a bigger family. Si watoto wako peke yake, sasa uko na watoto wengine, si brothers wako peke yao, uko na brothers wengine. People you can even call and talk to and chat and have a nice time together. You will build networks. Kuna wengine hapa wataongea kidogo hivi, kumbe unafanya hii kazi. Oh, okay, now and I also do this. So can we collaborate and nakupigia simu. So you begin to build networks for business, social networks, and all those kind of things. So kama ulikuwa hujapata business partner, unaanza kupata business partner, for example. And then you get to know much more about people. Cross-culture interaction, I think we are also doing that, including hata kujua tu ukienda Kakamega utachinjiwa kuku, hiyo ni lazima iko kwa menu. Ukienda Kitui lazima nzuri itakuwa kwa sahani. So we interact and get to know each other's culture. Semi sawa. And so that builds us. It builds us. And when you get to travel out of the country to meet other people from other nationalities or even places, you even get to know more. Ukienda India utajua chakula yao yote almost up to the T iko na pilipili. Everything iko na pilipili. Ukaenda Nigeria kila kitu ni pilipili. So now you don't eat like that. We don't do pilipili. So you get to know what other people do, how they live, and how they go through life. So it's an exchange. Then you'll also get a chance to build your leadership skills, organizational skills, and put your talents to work. So because everyone will have a chance of being a leader at whatever level, even in the club. Kuna directors or community service, kuna directors or brother yes. Kuna directors were extension, all those things. Kuna CPs, kuna treasurers, kuna secretaries, at all the levels going up. And you will get a chance, I promise you, you will get a chance to be one of those. And then you will build your leadership skills. You will build your organization. Come on, when you organize this thing, must have put their talent into work to make sure that everything goes the way it should go. So I think I am done. The notice came at the right time. And I hope we got something. Kuna wale walikuwa na promise kujoin Mutomo. Just one person. Yes. Just one thing that you've learned. What?
Nimelani ya kwamba Nimejua pia hii club iko na wasomi, iko na watu wa biashara, iko na madaktari, iko na watu wa kila aina. So this is a nice platform. Na of course mimi nafanya kazi na watu, so nimeona business opportunity kwenu. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was just a sample of, just to know kama kuna mtu ameshika anything from everywhere. So measure, then fitting or anything. But I'm glad and I believe that we got something. May God bless you. Thank you for listening. Back to you.
Thank you very much. So I think we'll take the briefest, the shortest time possible for the next item. I will introduce our next speaker, and after that, once he's done, we will hand over the program to Mr. Kumuli, who will introduce our speaker for the professional talk. So our next activity is one that is known as is titled The Sad Poet, and the Sad Poet will be facilitated by a man known as Eric Kideka. Eric Kideka is a celebrated Kenyan poet, filmmaker, and cultural advocate, known for his compelling storytelling and commitment to social impact. A prolific poet on allpoetry.com, Eric's creative work spans across film and literature, earning both local and international recognition. He is the winner of the 2019 Kalasha Award for the Best Documentary, Mombasa, and a finalist of the 2021 Balinande Film Festival for his documentary known as Mwanamke Makueni. As an author, his short story, That Last Kiss, was a finalist for the Alexander Nderitu Griot Prize and the 2018 Goy Peace Prize. Eric is a dedicated member of the Writers Guild Kenya. Eric was named a Young Champion for Culture in Makueni County by the National Museums of Kenya. He is also the founder of Filamu Soko, a visionary platform that connects filmmakers, promotes local film talent, and nurtures storytelling in Kenya. Let us put our hands together and welcome Eric. Karibu sana.
Mine is just a short performance of spoken word poetry. I'm what you heard, and I hope to grow more the wise man. Let's usher this moment with delight, the delight of poetry. Poetry is my muse, and this is poetry. Poetry defines me. Poetry refines me. I am the sad poet, and this is poetry. Poetry is the blood that flows from my fingers into pen and paper. Poetry is the little bird that flew me and perched me on the tree of the wise men. And I ask myself, why the wise men? Is it because they are shy of moving from the Y into the W, or moving back into the X? Or is it that they are wise like the wise Solomon? I don't know, but maybe you will tell me as I join in and up into the bus of the wise men. But I love one thing about the wise men, because one wise man told me that the wise men believe the little things matter. That's why a little poet like me can perform before you. Oh, did I call myself little? Or maybe I call myself little because even the good Lord says you have to decrease in order to increase. And that's why the little poet, the sad poet, had to decrease. Call this poetry, and I am the sad poet. Maybe I may be stealing your time, with poetry, or maybe you may be loving the time I'm giving you these words that I've crafted into a piece, just to bring peace into your heart. Let this peace carry you into the next phase of the wise men. And I'm not going to finish this piece. I'm going to leave this piece hanging, and that's why I'm going to sign out as the sad poet, and this is poetry.
Okay, tusimame tu stretch kidogo. Just straight, freestyle. Stretch, exercise every part of the body. Exercise every part of the body. A friend of mine aliniambia alikuwa anafanya kazi ya drama wakishindana. Akaniambia walishinda huko chini wakaenda juu, walipofika provincials nikamuuliza iliendaje. Akaniambia kulikuwa na utata kidogo kwa sababu walipofika kule wao walikuwa wamezoea kusema somebody. Then they met guys who didn't say somebody, they say somebody. Akaniambia that is where the journey, what the Nigerians call journey, ended. Please resume your seat. I will take just a couple of minutes to usher in our next speaker. Thank you so much. When a poet, where is he? He is a lawyer in the making. He's a student of law at the Catholic University. It's a good thing. When I was in college, I will tell you that I actually used to masquerade as a poet. And people knew me as a poet. And this is exactly what happens when quality is low. Masqueraders join the mainstream. And so the Vice Chancellor would occasionally refer to me as the university poet. Can you imagine? And the kind of poetry I used to administer was something that would scare the gods away from any holy setup. You know, be still by Uganda and rest in tranquility as I unbutton my shirt to attack. Be calm, for I will not keep you long. You've survived the fiery flames and the scorching bottoms of the Sufria. But no, you won't survive my onslaught. So that's the kind of poetry I used to deliver. And people used to come to listen to me, can you imagine? So I would have some ugali, you know, and I would threaten the ugali. You know, the poem was 5 stanzas of pure threats to the ugali. You should hear it. Guys would listen to me. Now, Mr. Ongoya, those days he was not Mr. For you to deserve the name Mr. is appropriate. You have to earn it. Chinua Achebe says when a young man washes his hands, he can dine with kings. When you are a student, unless you have differentiated yourself, you are simply referred to as Wek. Or just your name. So Mr. Ongoya was not Mr. those days. He was just Ongoya. And he used to pronounce his name with a jerk. Like, my name is Ongoya. In those days, I dare say that the Ongoya you see today was not there. We actually used to think the man could not speak. Because he would speak 1,225 and a half words in a minute, all strings together. The Ongoya you listen to today has come a long way. That you can actually hear what he's telling you. He's a miracle. We used to think he was speaking too quickly. And I met Ongoya, as he said earlier today, the first day in college. I had come from Kitui alone because my uncle had told everyone at home that he was going to take me to the university. The night before, he left Nairobi quietly, came to Kitui, and there was no one to take me, and I went alone. And because I didn't have money, I was clear at a time like this. And so I went to the room. And all the good rooms had been taken, and you can imagine what I got. It was a room with 3 people inside. Mr. Ongoya and a young man called Fred Murimi, a Kikuyu youngster who drove a Mercedes when we were in first year. And then there was Ongoya and I. 2 young people laden with hope. And when his father came, I remember where his father sat that evening when we promised him that we were not going to let him down. We actually told him we shall leave the university with a first class. We meant it. We just didn't know that the process of marching forward towards a first class was laden with risk and disappointments, and therefore we left the university knowledgeable, but without a first class. but ever since, our path, have taken us into litigation practice and a lot of things, and I can assure you that Mr. Ongoya has done so much, not just for himself, but also for his family and his community, to the point where, looking at the man I knew those days and the man I know today, a first class would have been some sort of a degradation of what the man has become. The man is the behemoth. And in 1 minute, I just want to tell you a few things about Ongoya. And Ongoya is a very close friend of mine, very close in fact. And Ongoya is big on charity. And when I asked him to be a wise man, I knew that he was somebody who was very charitable. But some of the things Ongoya, he would not say them. But some of the things, those who know him closely, will tell you that he does not withhold himself when there is a need to be so in the community. Ongoya will not tell you that he has paid school fees personally, even before he joined Wiseman. I remember him paying hundreds of thousands for a student. And you're not asking for anything back. And that defines Ongoya. And Ongoya, apart from practicing law, and he has practiced law at all levels, apart from the small claims court. You can go to the small claims court. You don't even know how to file a claim. That is our province. That is where the rest of us thrive. Ongoya has practiced law up to the Supreme Court. He has practiced law up to the East African Court of Justice. And the man who is going to speak to you just now, the last time I remember him, the gathering he spoke to last was in Dar es Salaam. He had been invited by the Law Society of Tanzania to go and speak to them regarding electoral matters and democracy and constitutionalism. That was just a few days ago. He flew all the way to Dar. Now, let me tell you this. People don't see you if you are not visible. So Ongoya is visible here. And why is he visible here? Here in Kenya, the man who is just about to speak to you trains us as lawyers. And for a very long time, Ongoya has been a trainer for advocates. Number two, Ongoya has been a trainer for judges and magistrates. And he has trained all of them, including judges of the Supreme Court. And most recently, I remember seeing an invitation to him by the Judicial Service Commission, asking Ongoya to come and speak to them to enlighten them on how they were going to react to certain situations, which I cannot speak to now. And just before he went to Dar, I remember his other speaking engagement was in Kigali, when he was invited by the judges of the East African Court of Justice to go and teach them. And they go to him specifically, specifying what topic he was going to speak to. And he flew all the way to Kigali. So Ongoya is big here and is even bigger outside there. And lastly, Ongoya, you will allow me to say this. Ongoya fights hard in court. and he fights harder on the streets. I have seen him do both fights. You can now start coming in that way, so that people can see your physical disposition. In the year 2002, we were both accosted in Nairobi by thugs who wanted to rob us. And I was working with Ongoya. He had a laptop, I think he had a camera, and it was along Winbingo Street. There were several of them. And Ongoya does not agree that I assisted to a large extent to repulse the attack. But Ongoya beat up one of the attackers so badly, and I was telling them when we were having a meal, that as a lawyer, I started wondering whether the scale had now shifted from self-defense to a possible murder. He beat him so badly. And so that is Ongoya for you. And I want us to, because we have been seeking for quite some time, I want us to be upstanding as we welcome Ongoya with a clap. We are really truly honored that Ongoya agreed to come all the way. So let us receive him with a clap. Ya kwanza tutapiga makofi kwa sababu Ongoya amekubali kutoka Kakamega kufika hapa. Makofi. Jambo la pili ni kwamba Ongoya amekuwa kiongozi wa klabu ya Kakamega ambayo kwa mtazamo wangu na wenu imebobea sana. Jambo la tatu ni kwamba huyu Ongoya huyu amekuwa mkarimu sana kwetu sisi wise men ambao wamefika kule Kakamega. Tukienda kule hatulipangi, hatuendi kutafuta mahali pa kulala. Sisi tunaenda. Juzi tulipeleka watu 15. Akanipigia akaniuliza mko wangapi? Nikasema tuko 15. Akasema kama mko 15 mtalala, hamhitaji kushare rooms. Nikamuuliza namna gani bwana? I was in class with Ongoya, and his achievements are far much more than mine. So making me look like a failure, we are going to serve him. Tumpigie makofi. And lastly,
we need to start this conversation.
Lastly, for being bold, when I was in school with him, Ongoya used to shave clean. And I never knew what happened to his head as his closest friend until the mother said it was not actually a bad thing. So now he has become so confident that he now shows us that he is bald-headed. Mpigie makofi.
You may be seated. Mr. Kaduri, next time you invite me to Mutomo, the conversation must be entitled The Burden of Friendship. I will say one or two things about the burdens of friendship. And my friend also, I thought, Maurice Kimuru will feature prominently in that conversation. And to my audience this evening, I have now learned that when you go into a training, there are things to remember and things to forget. The things Jennifer Kimuli has taught you this evening are things you must keep in your heart and remember permanently. The things Maurice Kimuli has told you this evening are things you must forget instantaneously and have nothing to do with them for the remainder of your life. First, they are not important. Secondly, they are not necessarily truthful. You are my witnesses that I can be anything except a gutter fighter in this place. I was invited to have a conversation with you from 4 p.m. to 5:45 p.m. That is a whole 1 hour and 45 minutes. Number one, that time window has lapsed. So I actually don't have time to talk to you. My 5:45 time has lapsed. And if you want to know that I take time seriously, you ask a man called Robert Kwendo at the evening meal. He will tell you that I take time very seriously. The anecdotes he'll give you to explain that point, ignore them. But just listen to the point that Ongoya takes time seriously. And therefore, I am taking it seriously that my time is actually out, and I am therefore winding up this conversation as we speak now. But having said that, I took issue with the topic as presented. The topic as presented was little things matter. When I came to Mutomo Club did big things. And therefore, as I sat there, I was scribbling a completely different presentation from the one I had prepared earlier, called Big Things Matter. Because what is the point of teaching a club that is doing big things about little things? It's only fair that we help a club perfect what it's doing, which is big things. And Mutomo, led by CP Katuri, we as Kakamega are speaking in low tones. We are introspecting because you have set the bar a notch too high. To that you deserve a clap rather from this point. When I think about little things, I think about my own training as a lawyer. And in legal training, I learned a theme called injunctions. And I was taught many types of injunctions. I was taught mandatory injunctions. I was taught prohibitory injunctions. I was taught interlocutory injunctions. I was taught interim injunctions. Trust me, I will not explain any of those types of injunctions to you. I will not. Later in life taught me a number of lessons, and I began learning about other forms of injunctions. One injunction that I learned presented as follows, and I quote, "Go to the ant, you sluggard, consider its ways, and be wise. It has no commander, no overseer or ruler. Yet it stores its provisions in summer and gathers its food at harvest. How long will you lie there, you sluggard? When will you get up from your sleep? A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come on you like a thief, and scarcity like an armed man." There may be people who are discerning in you more than others. For those of you who are more discerning, you know that the quote I have given you is no product of my ingenuity. It is a prescription of the book that we are not supposed to add to or remove from in any manner whatsoever. It is an injunction in the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 6 to 11. It says, a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest. Is the technicians. When Jennifer was telling that they told her to move, now they may tell you to go out of this building if it continues. Yes, thank you so much. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come on you like a thief. The injunction there is that little things matter. Little things can matter positively, little things can matter negatively. As I grew older, I came across yet another injunction. Do not despise these small beginnings, for the Lord rejoices to see the work begin. Again, that injunction is not a creation of my ingenuity. It's an injunction found in the book of Zechariah chapter 4 verse 10. Do not despise these small beginnings, for the Lord rejoices to see the work begin. So we have seen two categories of small things, little things. We have seen little things in respect of which the Lord rejoices. We have seen another category of little things in respect of which the Lord pronounces an instantaneous penalty. This one here will not wait for eternal damnation. Poverty will come upon you here on earth, and scarcity will come upon you like an armed man here on earth, instantaneously. Little things matter positively, little things matter negatively. One day, I'll tell you a few stories now and wind this down. I was being trained in a program on management of higher learning institutes. But then there were days I used to masquerade as a dean of a law school. So I went through training in management of higher learning institutes. And I visited a number of higher learning institutes across a number of jurisdictions. And many of them were doing very well. And oftentimes I would feel discouraged. I would wonder whether or what exactly we are doing in our own jurisdiction, because there were law schools out there that were doing very well. So I met one of the directors of a law school in one of the advanced democracies, and he gave me a story. He told me a story of a lover of nature who was standing by the shores of the sea or the shores of the lake, admiring the waves. I am told waves can be therapeutic, I don't know. And what then happened was the wave swept strong and threw a lot of animals, fishes, crabs, and other creatures of the sea on the shore. Then the wave broke and the water went back to the sea. And he saw these fishes dying. And he was very discouraged, because to see fish dying for a lover of nature was a discouraging development. And they were in their thousands. He began picking one fish at a time, throwing it back in the sea. But no, there's only so much a fish can live on dry land alive. So all indications were that his struggle was in vain. Other lovers of nature who were there with him dared him. They asked him, what do you think you are doing? Look, they are in their thousands. You won't achieve much. He picked one more fish and threw it in the water. That fish. I was reading a story of one of the most iconic Kenyan footballers. I learned just the other day, many of you will be surprised to learn that I follow football and its news. One of the most iconic Kenyan footballers is a man called Musa Otieno. He plied his trade in South Africa for the longest. He does a lot of charity as well, that's why I follow him. And he tries to impact society through his talent, which is football. And he was mentoring young footballers and trying to urge them, not to give up, to put in effort, in spite of their circumstances. He happens to have grown in the Eastlands areas of Nairobi, and he explained how he moved from Eastlands to ply his professional trade in South Africa. And to make a long story short, his advice to young people was that even if you are playing your football on the sandy, grassless, turfless fields of Eastlands, just do your best. You never know who is on those terraces watching. Chances are, as you showcase your talent in those sandy fields of Eastlands, there is a person searching for talent in the terraces, and that may just be your opportunity to break even. Again, the lessons I learned from that is that little things matter. So allow me to give you 2 more stories, then wind down this. I have come to learn that if you are gifted materially, or gifted by talent, or gifted by any skill, we tend to take that for granted. We tend to take the little we have for granted. It's too obvious to sound important. And yet, to somebody else, it may make all the difference. The Swahili have a saying that goes, ganda la mua la jana, chungu kapata kivuno. Now, that is problematic to people like Morris who don't remember the last time they spoke good Kiswahili. So I'll try to explain. That chungu has nothing to do with pain. Chungu is an ant, the very ant I was talking about earlier, as an injunction from the scriptures. And ants eat on the products we throw. When you cook in your kitchen and you throw away that waste food, ants assemble around it and eat. So they chew sugarcane and ensure that you squeeze all the sugar out of the sugarcane and throw away the remnants. You will find ants around it. They have found a complete harvest. Whatever you threw there may have sounded small, to those ants is a complete harvest. And I think as we carry out philanthropy, as we carry out community engagement and community service, let us have that spirit. Let us do our own little things in our own little way. They may just be all that somebody somewhere requires to breathe easy. And I'll explain to you about breathing easy at the tail end of this conversation. And therefore, one day, for 4 years, we were students at Parklands campus with Morris Kimoli, but he left me there. I went back to do further studies and I remained there a little longer. But there were people who worked there as cleaners, as sweepers, as cooks. I've interacted with them and they were very good people. We never understood their goodness. Then, many years down the line, I reflect and discover that those fellows took care of us like their own children. They put in all that they could to ensure that our life was bearable on campus. So I remember there's an old lady who used to sweep classes, and Morris and I and other people, I called him to have lunch with some of them the other day, but he told me he was rushing to court in Mutomo. It's the place we are today. We would go to class at 6 o'clock in the morning to do morning studies and revision. And there's a lady who would come to sweep the class, so we had to move our study corner for her to sweep. But she will remind us that watoto wangu mfanye bidii. And she would point at names of senior lawyers in town and says, I used to see them here do exactly what you are doing. Now there are big people out there. So one day, I was at a court that used to be called the City Court. It was a court that used to run city council business, judicial business. And she was there and I wondered, she's a sweeper in campus. There's an environment you expect to find people in. Logically, you don't expect to find a campus sweeper in a courtroom. Courtrooms are meant for lawyers, judges, and other idlers. And she told me that her child had been imprisoned. It made sense because a child can be naughty and can be imprisoned. But I thought, no, for what? She said, for murder. Now, we began having problems there. If you have the same schooling and experience like me, you know which court can imprison somebody for murder. The court where we are has no business with murder cases. So we began, and I asked her to give me the case number. She could not, she wondered what I was talking about. This is what people go through every day. For we as lawyers, they are tools of trade. You want to know a case number, a file reference number. She told me she couldn't remember that. In fact, she was shocked what I was talking about. She gave me the name of the child. I said, that can't help me trace your file. But eventually she gave me some papers from which I was able to pick the child's case number. And I reviewed them, went and looked at the file and discovered that the magistrate had made a strange order. An order imprisoning or detaining somebody in a proceeding we call an inquest. So I wrote a letter by hand very fast, by hand, on a foolscap, and asked for that file to be mentioned, and the file was brought, and I told the magistrate, we need to mention this in chambers. I mean, what have you done? And the magistrate came back with sentences and released this boy on a free bond. The rest, as they say, is history. This boy became free. This lady went home. She was very thankful. She went home, and I thought that was the end of the matter. Until many years later, when I met a friend to, a wife to a friend somewhere, and she told me that, you know, so and so. I said, yes, I know her. I met her many years ago at the He says, she told me, I also met her, and she told me, if I meet you, I should tell you that she's praying for you, that you get a good vehicle and a good wife. So, little things matter. The handwritten letter that we did that caused this boy to be released attracted prayers to God himself to provide a good vehicle and a good wife. I mean, how much more can you ask for? Little things matter. Little things matter. Then later on, I continued as I still do with my legal practice. So I used to run an office in Westlands at a building called Occidental Plaza. And again, there's an old man who used to clean the common areas, the corridors, the staircases, those people who are employed to that work. So he was a very jolly old man. You know, those days we used not to buy airtime by M-Pesa. There were days we used to go and buy some green cards and scratch them. They used to call scratch cards. So you go to the office in the morning, then you call Mzee and you say, Mzee, you know, go down and get me a scratch card. He would run and get it to you. You know, the whole thing of that Mzee running used to humble me a lot because he's an old man. He's probably the age of my father or much older. But he would run and get you the scratch card in the morning. If you are philanthropic enough, you get him some breakfast for that. If you are forgetful in your philanthropy, you just tell him thank you and you clap for him his hands as you are doing here to every speaker who comes to speak here. One day this Mzee knocks into my office. I've not called him to go and buy scratch. He knocks and greets me and tells me that his daughter has been imprisoned. Again, I get shocked. We're at Kajiado Law Court. So I tell him to get into my car and we drive to Kajiado Law Courts. And I enter Kajiado Law Courts and the file is called out and we was there a few words and the daughter was set free. It was protocol-in-law acquitted. And I told them to get into my car and we drove back to Westlands. Then I left them to go home where they were living in Kangemi as I went back to my office. The last words the daughter spoke humbled me. The daughter was not happy that she had been set free, which I thought was the most important achievement. Her happiest moment was that I had allowed her to drive into my car, to get into my car to drive off, number one. And number two, her accuser saw her entering her car. Yes, alikuwa anafikiria sisi ni watu wadogo sana. I was amazed at how that became the most important part of this victory, because initially I thought the acquittal in court was the most important part. So I finished that story and I went home with it. One day, a friend of mine who used to live in Kahawa West died, and we were doing the usual Luhia funeral planning in Nairobi, because with us we must take our bodies back home where the umbilical cord was buried. We can never bury us outside where our umbilical cord was buried. So, Eastlands. My secretary called me. She was a lady called Jackie. Jackie told me that you must come back I said, I've left, my friend. He said, no. She used to call me boss throughout. Jackie never called me by name. Boss, you must come back. I said, I've left. I mean, and you know the way I work myself, even now, no client is too important for my time. Once I have finished serving people, I take my time and take my break. She said, no, this one can't wait. If you have worked with secretaries, you know that if they are very emphatic, you better obey. There are things they know that you may not know. So, nikapiga moyo konde and took a detour and went back to the office. I discovered why it could not wait. The mzee had visited the office with a jogo, a huge cock, which he told me to take home, tell my wife to slaughter, and it decreed that I should take soup from that jogo. He didn't order eat anything else. He said, I just want you to have this cock slaughtered and cooked and you take soup from it. Little things matter. What we had done earlier in Kajiado had earned me soup ya jogo. And I have done significant work as a professional. I have made significant sums of money as a professional. But when I look back in hindsight, the legal fees paid through this jogo outweighs any millions of shillings any client may have paid me out there. There was a fulfillment of receiving this jogo that cannot be equated to anything else. Then finally, one day I am at Kibera Law Courts doing my routine work, and I'm there with another classmate of mine called Ibrahim Alubala, who will soon be becoming a member of the Y Service Club of Kakamega. Is in the cohort that we are currently training to become our member with effect from July this year. And a lady comes in court. Good people, you young people tend not to judge people, but I keep saying, how can you fail to judge people? We see people and we assess them every day. We assess people as tall, as short, as fast speakers, as slow speakers, as intelligent, as foolish. These are assessments we make every day of people. Quite clearly, she had not even washed her face that morning. It was quite evident. A case was called out and she stood from the public gallery, but a small boy went to the dock to take plea. So the lady said, I'm the mother to that boy, and that boy is a child. That boy is 15 years old. The magistrate was a man from Ukambani here called Maundu. So we listened to the lady speak. You know, I've told you first her physical disposition, what it revealed. It was evidence of poverty. If somebody walking out there in public not having washed their face, you don't need more. You can assess satisfactorily that they have been hit by poverty. So after listening to the engagement they had with the magistrate, we agreed with Mr. Lubala that we are going to take up this case for free. So we stood up and put ourselves on the file and followed up the file. So the magistrate ordered that Kenyatta National Hospital must undertake an odontology test. It's where they test your teeth to assess your age. And the report was to come in 3 days' time. So we went back to court after 3 days. The boy was taken to custody because the judge, he said adult. He was taken to the adult's custody. The odontologist returned a report that the boy was 25 years old. Now, either the mother was lying or the odontologist was lying. But the mother uttered some words that made me believe she was speaking the truth. When I told her they wanasema kijana akona miaka 25, she looked at me in the eye. I will explain to you how her face was. this morning without my knowledge. From Suzy that, CP, I am in Nairobi as scheduled. I told her, we are going to Kambani, and I hope you didn't have an advanced conversation with the people from Kambani to get some other powers. Because they explained to me, one, there is no bus you can get from Western Kenya at that time of the night. It's not possible, they have all left. How did you make it? She told me, members of our club committed that there is no way I'm going to miss this trip. Good people. As a club president, you cannot ask for more. That's all you require to commit yourself fully to the well-being of the club. And that's why I believe myself, speaking prophetically, that on the day of the rapture, when Jesus Christ shall come back to take his church, he shall find Kakamega Y Service Club in existence. And that is my presentation. Thank you so much. You may be seated, Susie.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Kindly, I request that we all rise up and appreciate our guest today. Now, how many of you have learned something? How many of you have learned something? Just wait like this. How many of you? You feel transformed. You feel transformed and encouraged and renewed in the little things that you do. When it was about to hurry up, I thought a story about Elisha and Elijah. I may not tell the story. You all know when one was about to leave the earth, the other guy said, son, when you leave, please leave me with something. And then what he told him is, keep your high. Just keep your high. And then that day still came. And when that day came, when the guy was leaving, the other guy hold his shuka, akashikilia, na akabaki nayo. But there's also something interesting in the story. The guy did not even believe what he has, or what that kind of lesson, that kind of kikoi alikuwa ameshika, until he arrived in one of the river, Jordan, and then he used the same what? Kikoi, and strike the water, and then miracle happened. Now, what am I saying is that as this man grows forward, we should ask God to give us that knowledge. And we can only acquire that knowledge if we can draw ourselves close to Him and tap more. That is the only thing, and that is my prayer, and that is my vision with the Mutomo Club. If we draw close to Kakamega people, surely maybe he may be, as is the name Elisha, we can also be a leader. This how, at least to part a kitu. That's okay. So the next time if you will be coming here or in Kitui, please let us support one another to hear this motivational or this educational talk. They actually renew your mind. They renew your spirit. You understand, actually you can do something. And I started saying that you're 5 bob. And whoever gave you, you need to understand, do not even think why 10,000. Just think someone who gave you 5 bob. When you are, maybe during your school time, you realize that today you remember. It is 5 bob, but you do what? You remember. That's how the little things happen. So I am encouraged, sir. And I ask God that to bless us as we grow to your age. At least we can have something. So the next time you're invited, please just come. Just come to us and talk to us. It is an honor to host him. We are young as we are, but we have tried. There have been flaws. There have been anything that you may see, this is not right. We are all learners. One of the things my mentor and also my boss I work with usually tells me, you need to be bold in this world. Otherwise, you will never get anything. You will never get anything. Even when things are hard, you need to strive. Otherwise, you will lose everything. Even when things doesn't at least maybe look working, or maybe do I see anything on this? You just need to keep your eye focused and work hard. Otherwise, you get nothing. So, Nasisi, as Mutomo Club, despite few issues here and there, we need to focus ourselves. This is the first time that we have hosted this congregation. The last time is when the first time was during our charter. Then from our charter until to date, this is our second a comprehensive meeting that we have had. And I thank God for the support of all my club members. If I told you all for them, I don't know. And they have assisted us to make sure that you're comfortable here and you stay here comfortable. Right now, I just need to invite IPCP to give vote of thanks. And then after I give a vote of thanks, I'm just going to arrange a few gifts that will give people of Kakamega. And you will assist me to that. Now, then you wind up our program. Then we go to bonfire. I can see the fire is already lit. So IPCP in mind, please. This is our charter president. Our charter president. He really labored this man. And sometimes I fight it. And sometimes we even disagree, but we disagree to safeguard his name, to make sure that his name as a charter president remains. And so we have to move forward. Thank you. IBCP, welcome, sir. Please say a vote of thanks to this organization.
Thank you. I'm Jambodi. First and foremost, I'm very much grateful for you people and to our chief guest. That was a nice talk. When we meet on Monday, the forums where I work, we don't be telling them about the little things. We are very cognizant of other things. And I'm encouraged and I feel more motivated to move on. So I've just been given a very small but a big docket to move a vote of thanks. I've never done it before, but I will try. But when CP was talking, I remembered about a story I read somewhere about the Greek people. They had 3 types of people, and they talked about one person. They called him, they used harsh words. They called him idiot person. Idiot person, they described him as the person who thinks about himself, nothing else, nobody else. Everything, ikitoka Kakamega ni mimi, ikitoka Kitui ni mimi, ikitoka Mombasa ni mimi. And the second person will need a private person. Now private person, I believe on anything that came from his family or his close family members. Anything else, it was not right. So if, for example, the way our CP here has given us a talk, I would say no, since it is not from the Nyamai's family, it cannot be a good word talk. And the last person, they described him as the citizen. And he said citizen is that person who, they called him person of persons, man of the people. And today I'm pleased to move our vote of thanks to citizens who are seated in front of me. Because what you have done and what everything you have done in this movement and all the time we have had engagements, you have always done it not coming to you but taking it to other people. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. So I'm pleased and I'm happy to declare you citizens because you have given it out to others. That little thing, the little money you have left in the school there, it is going to go very far to help many people in one way or the other. So I will start by thanking our newest club. Is it the Nairobi City? Nairobi City. We are very much pleased to be with you. Thank you so much. I know it took you a lot to be here, but we thank God that you came safely here. From there, we want to thank our mother club. Who's next? Oh, next is Kakamega, in that order, right? So Kakamega people, hata tujui tutarudisha ile mito mkono aje. But we promise you when you have things in Kakamega, will be coming. You made me go to Kakamega. I never thought if I can go to Kakamega, and I had no reason to go to Kakamega. But because of this movement, it has made me to go to Kakamega. Actually, for those who are the new ones, our visitors, who are not members of the movement, this movement is full of benefits. Last 2 weeks, I think it's 2 weeks or so, we were in South Africa and Botswana. Myself, I did not know why. I had no reason to go to South Africa if this thing was not here. I don't know what would have taken me to South Africa. I don't know what would have taken me to Botswana. So there are a lot of opportunities. And here we talk of giving, not doing what? Oh, sorry, I was about to start. The other club is Mutomo, I believe so. I'm moving on. You guys, you are amazing. Mmekuwa watu, tumeng'ang'ana hii town sana. Tumeng'ang'ana hii town sana. Unaonaga kama huko kwetu kuko na kaukanga sana. Ukikuja mwezi wa 9 utafikiria huko hakunyeshaki. Lakini ile siku kutanyesha, utaamini kama uko hapo. Hata the floods zinaweza beba wewe. So hii club tumeng'ang'ana sana, ni dry areas, tumejaribu njia yote, lakini vile mlikuja, everything else has changed. So I want to thank you all and keep doing good. The other club is where? Between Nairobi, Kitui na Meru. Ni gani mzee? Meru. Kitui club is our mother club. They have always stood with us every time. They have always supported every move we take. They have actually held us in most cases. Na tunashukuru sana. Sana sana. Kwa hivyo mbarikiwe sana. The other club is Meru. Meru Nairobi? Meru. Meru, watu wa Meru tunashukuru sana. Tumekuja kujua Meru. Hata mimi nilienda Meru, although I was in Meru for a different reason. Lakini they made me go back again to where? To Meru. Kwa hivyo watu wa Meru tumeshukuru sana. Na tuko na deni yenu. Nyinyi nyote mko hapa, tuko na deni yenu. Tutajaribu kuilipa. Hata kama hatutalipa 100%, tutafikisha maji. Then the Nairobi, the 1969 club. Nairobi, Kemoli has been speaking to us. Mimi nimekula mchele ya, acha niseme kitu ya, tell my friends hawa wameingia. When tulifika mahali kawaambia, we are not going to call you to eat ya mchele tena. You better choose to kuingia ama not to come. And then wakaingia. Kuna watu wengi wamekula mchele yetu sana. Na bado hawajaifanya nini? Vile mimi nilikuwa nimekula ya Kitui. Nilikuwa nimekula ya Kitui sana. Tunaitwa hata sielewi ni nini. Tunaenda hata sielewi. So Kemoli, wewe na klabu yako mmekuwa very instrumental to us in one way or the other. At least you made us know as of me, tunao kuna kitu inaitwa club. The club we knew hizi za kunywa pombe na zile za mpira. Sikuwa najua kama kuna club kama hii. And through that I've done research nikaelewa kumbe ni mimi sikuwa naelewa. There are many other things that we are doing. I mean clubs too. So we want to appreciate you so much. Our guests, this day could not have ended without you. Your time, your patience, everything you have done is out of this world. We highly appreciate everything you did to us. And please come join us and move on together. To our chief guest, we are so very much, we were excited to have you, and we are still excited to be with you. And we want to thank you for everything that and the talk. And please be doing this from time to time and encourage your people. You know, they call you here, are you with us? They were asking us, are you with us still coming? You know? So those of you who are asking, are you with us? With us is here. And has spoken to us. We are very happy. You know, it's very hard to get someone who is committed to come up. We are in a very remote place, very far from the towns and the what have you, but you took your time to be with us here. Lastly, I wanted Kimuli, I don't know whether you will talk about it over there. People do not understand this movement. When they see this wine, they tell us tunaenda kwa Illuminati. Hii si Illuminati. Wakati umekuja hapa nani umeona kuna mkia? Wakati umekuja hapa nani unaona kuna mkia? Kuna? Wakati umekuja hapa kuna umeona kuna pembe? Si unajua Illuminati is associated with those things.
Wanafungua nyumba na road. Wanafungua nyumba na road.
Tunaelewa sasa. So sisi na in fact Illuminati gani inachanga 1,100. Since ingekuwa millions and millions of money. Hiyo ni lazima iko na shida mingi sana inachanga 1,100. Watu waelewe there are many other things that they do not know. And unless they engage in such forums, they may not understand those things. It is high time that before you even criticize anything, can you first get the information about the thing? It is about helping the people. And if that is what is being called Illuminati, we are there to stay. We want that kind of Illuminati. It's very useful. Sincere. So I was just want to say that because when we started advertising and looking for people to come, some others who wanted to spoil our day and spoil our function, they started saying, why ni this is honestly, why? Science zile ziko huko ni mingi ya health. Kuna kitu ya health ina nyoka. Nani anayeumwa na hiyo nyoka? So thank you very much and I'm sorry kwa kupitia hapo, but it is also nice mjue the other side of our people, the way they tell us about it. So thank you na yule na and of course our cameraman, you are doing good job. Nimeona picha moja hapo umetoa nikiwa very proud. Nikashangaa ni mimi ama ni nani? But thank you very much. May God bless you as you go home. CP, I believe I've tried. Even if you have not delivered, I've tried to deliver. So back to you. We are also very happy for your guidance. To Jesus, lakini the guy who is coming up is also tutakuwa na yeye na tutamsupport in all cases. We cannot allow this club end chini. We cannot make it ipande juu. Wakati the CP came, nilimwambia if you find the club is seated, make it stand. And if you find the club is standing, make it jump. And if you find the club is jumping, make it what? Fly. Thank you and may God bless you.
Thank you so much, IPCP, for that remarks. I just need to announce something. We earlier today, we engaged ourselves in our little things to assist the needy student at KMTC. And I just need to bring the figures. We have not computed the figures, and now they're computed. That's 142,000 and 200. So that is money I will discuss with the school administration And for the two or for one lady student, it will be distributed over them, and then the report it should be given to every club president who is here or every club represented here through your leader. Yes, our side. And also in our group for transparency and accountability. It is important. So, thank you. Now we now need to at least say thank you. These things we are doing, they are full of mistakes because we are learning. What do you expect if a kid is learning? May you expect to make some of the mistakes. And because the whole thing is we are doing these mistakes to our mother, that is curriculum, and our brothers Kakamega, they accept us in some of, sometimes it's not a must for you to be old that you have knowledge. Sometimes you can be old, then you lack some of expression of integrity. And other times comes when you are also young in terms of years, but you find you still drag yourself to understand some of these things. So what am I saying? I'm saying that we are about to do small things that we have learned. We have never done them at any given time. Since the time that we were chatting, but we have learned them from other clubs. So, and then what do you expect? Something that you have learned from elsewhere. So sometimes you expect you can adapt to but as we move on, we will polish everything to be right. So now I am asking that my people to be ready. Just need to we give small gifts. Those gifts, we are just grateful. We are just saying thank you. Nothing else. Just saying thank you and humble, and especially to our guests and his members from Kakamega. Right? So just small things to say thank you. And you know, it may not maybe amount to be anything, but it's just small thing. Even us, when we are giving it to you, we are feeling it's not about you, but just something to say thank you. Right? So now I just need someone to Arnold Magina, CPE, is not with us. And now I ask Robert Quinn, please receive something from him. What we are doing here is just, I am asking Caleb, where is Caleb? Caleb, please give that gift to Robert Quinn. Make sure you hear Arnold, CPE. Amen. Yes, he was to come, but he was not with us. Yes. So make sure that. That's okay. That's okay. Yes. That's okay. Less than a minute.
Mr. Ongoya, amongst the people who have wished to meet you, I am one of them. I saw you do a case for Kawira Mwangasa, and I wrote in a TV live, and I said, this is a man I would like to meet one day. And there we were when we met Aunt Mary. Thank you. So you are inspiring so many people. Morris Kimoli, you know. The first time we met in a court of law, I made noise because I saw someone was trying, ni kama anashindwa na kujibu maswali. And you say, kuna mtu anasaidia mtu mwingine hapa kujibu maswali. I stopped coming to court. So, to Hano, we are very grateful. Kakamega people, when we start coming to Kakamega, I will mobilize these people and will come in big numbers. This is for Arnold. Arnold. Mutomo people, kindly. Can we celebrate that great man? Thank you. Thank you. Picture. Thank you so much. Then we move to CPE Maureen Beck.
She's still not with us here, but at least, yes, Susie, you are right. So you can take that gift, because the first time she was coming, and that intention, it's not a must that to be here. Even when someone shows the intention to do something good, it is good to recognize the intention. The intention triggers the power to do, and without the intention, the power to do is not there. So please, Celestine, please just come over, just give this. Then as we do that, we just need to move quickly. CS Joseph Omolo to be ready, and then
Thank you so much.
Okay, I have forgotten something and I may get into trouble. That lady told me that hizi kofia zimevaliwa. Kama klabu yako inataka zitatengenezwa zikiwa zimeandikwa Kakamega White Service Club, Kitui White Service Club, na akasema bei yake ni shilingi 800 na 200 ya kuwatumia kwa klabu yetu. So unatafuta 1000, and I request you to just order. You place an order for your club. They are very nice, and I think the price is very affordable. Huyu bwana alikuwa anasema ni 2500.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. CS Joseph Amolo, please come forward. And then I am asking our newest member, Elvis. Where is Elvis, our newest member? That guy, we attended the regional convention, and then he was inducted as a wise guy. And he has already paid his dues in full. Where is he? Amatoka kidogo. That's okay. Masai? Is Masai with us? Now. Felix, please just come and hand over this a small gift. Yeah, just hand over. Where's your height, by the way? So, thank you so much. And then Wiseman Felix, and that one will be given by our guest Joseph. Where is Joseph? Ben Joseph. CPE James. Hey, Nyamai. Just come and hand over this small gift to him. Thank you so much. Then we move to receipt. Is you are the one to hand over a gift to Susie. Hand over that gift, please. When we were being chatted, Juliet was the CP Kitui. So his Juliet nimekiwa sawa. CP Kitui. Juliet, saizi ni PCP Kitui. Juliet, you're in the house? Yes, please. And now, I don't know how it has landed that way. And please accept it the way it is. Robert Kwendo. Robert Kwendo. There's a gift for Robert Kwendo and a gift for this Janet. Those two gifts, you know, here in Nairobi is not a short distance. So then those gifts, they were somewhere misplaced. And today I called another friend of mine, please pick the parcel, come with it. And also, unfortunately, the parcel was also forgotten again. So I have no problem with that. I am sure those parcels, those gifts, they will get back to Robert Kwendo and Janet. And Janet or Rian, no. Those gifts are named now. Just greet. Yeah, yes. Just greet. But for the purpose of the photo, we can just use one. We can just use one for the purpose of the photo. Because they're in Nairobi and they are ready. Ukifanya tu kusaulika, ukifanya tu kusaulika. Na kusahau sometimes see. Yes. Ukifanya kusaulika, so
mwambie huyu kwenu asikaribie salamu yake.
yeah. Thank you, Juliet. Those gifts, they will be, I will liaise with Simon, and then you make sure that they are handed over to you. Yes, I know you will do it. Yes. And there are also some other gifts. Now we just need to move to our sorry? Janet for the photo, you are right. Janet for the photo. True, you are right. Janet for the photo, and I will ask Anne Joseph, our treasurer. Just pick that up for the purpose of the photo. We will So thank you so much. We appreciate the intention of those who member to show the interest to come. Even those who show the interest at the late time, we tried our level best, at least to make sure that we have won, or we say thank you to that intention. We appreciate for that. Now we just need to move to our chief guest, and then Siki Ogoya. Then from there we'll be winding our program. We'll get someone to pray for us, and then we'll break for one fire.